All right, thank you one more time here. The program still this morning on ITV. This morning, we are most privileged to have the Honorable Commissioner for Mining and Energy in Edo State. I'm talking about Prince Ojefolo in Ahoro. And we're going to be looking at some issues around the mining sector in Nigeria. Then, of course, we're going to be cascading it down to what is going on in Edo State. Now, from the look of things, it appears that the federal government is I don't know whether to say that the federal government is not being able to really control the mining sector in the country. I mean, a situation whereby illegal mining is still a big problem in the hands of the federal government. And of course, a situation whereby how to get mining royalties from miners is still a big issue. Only just yesterday, we understand that the federal government has to revoke 1,633 mining titles and previously given to non-compliant mining companies. And the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, made this announcement during a press briefing in Abuja. And he said that the licenses of mineral title holders are being revoked due to failure to pay a mandatory annual service fee of 1,500 naira per cadastral. That's a cadastral unit now. And of course, the mineral licenses which are being revoked now include exploration license, 536 quarry license, and of course 279 small scale mining license, and 787 and mining lease. Now, these are some of the mining licenses that have been revoked. So what is really going on in the mining sector? Yeah, we're most privileged to have Honorable Commissioner. Commissioner, what do you think is going on in the mining sector in Nigeria?
First, good morning, Edo people. I think the mining sector is one of the crucial sector that the federal government pay less attention to before now, and even the state government as well as the local government. Some days ago, I was in Abuja. I was having a meeting with the Senate Committee on Chairman Committee on Mining and Solid Minerals. So we're having a very deep conversation on how we can put some things in place and make sure this sector is revamped totally. Because mining sector is a practical sector. It's not the English language sector. Everything about mining is capital intensive as well as it's a practical thing. And it's more spiritual, I can tell you the other side, because this is natural resources. And the state government need to be involved. It's almost 70% because the federal government don't have capacity to manage this sector, because the land belongs to the state and the community. So and somebody can just go to Abuja and get a cadastral and license and all that, get a unit and license it and come back to the state and decide what happened to the land of these indigenes and what happened to the state government land. So for us, we are trying to see how, working with the Senate Committee and the minister as well, to see how they can go ahead and review the Mining Act as well as pass some bills that will give power, some certain power to the state government to control it. Because what we have seen before now is that somebody will take about an EL of about 500 CU, which covers about 2 local governments, approximately across 2 local governments, and almost about 30 villages across one particular EL. There's some EL that covers about 10 villages.
What do you mean by EL now?
Yeah, exploration license.
Okay.
So there's some EL that cover about 10 villages, some EL that cover about 13 villages, some 14 villages, all right? And where they are getting their consent for that EL is just 1 village, all right? Now, and you can't work, the capacity of 1 cadastral unit. Now, if you are sitting on 50 cadastral units, that means you are sitting on business, you are sitting on investment, you are sitting on employment, all right? So they need to review the policy around giving out EL. EL and SSML, whatever title they are giving out, the state government, the federal government need to work in hand with the state to see how they can review this EL. And mining, because it's not something you register and wait, because that's why I'm supporting the minister, 100% in support. Because we are even happy as a state government because we are doing much in the mining sector now that will even give us more edge in a few days from now. So because of that, this revoked licenses, revoked licenses is good for the state government, is good for the local government, it's also good for the federal government. Because most of those licenses, we have a case in Edo where I have to intervene, and I asked the mining company, I said, you have about 4 licenses in Akoko Edo, just Akoko Edo alone, and you are working in just one, and you are going to court for over another one, where you are not working. Now, why are you sitting on these licenses? Who gave you the consent? You said, oh, he's the former king of this place that gave me the consent. Okay, fine. Now you have to review that CDA you have with the community and let the landowner be part of the agreement and the consent you have. Now, another mining company sat on one particular area in Edo North too that have 99 years agreement with the community. Then 99 years. How can you have such agreement with the community for 99 years? And you're not working on it, and you are renewing it every year. And we have a lot of people who want to go into mining sector.
Yeah.
So the truth is that we need to review our mining act, all right, as soon as possible. We need to revisit the laws guiding our mining sector, giving out consent, giving out exploration consent, and anything you want to give out to any company. We need to revisit that. Again, we need to also find a way to streamline the foreign interference into our mining sector, because that's another major problem we have.
Yeah.
The foreign company, the Chinese, especially the Chinese, can come and take and find their way out with their money and get licenses anytime they want. What they need to do is just to look for a Nigerian to attach themselves. We use that Nigeria to penetrate, and they pay heavily and get express and license.
Okay.
So because of that, we have so much to do. But my recommendation to the federal government, the last time I went for a meeting with the Senate committee, is that very simple, sir. Go ahead, let's revisit this act. Let's revisit these mining laws that we have. Let the state government be involved, because this is about state government.
States, yeah.
It's about the state government.
If you try to situate the rights now with the state government, don't you think the local governments are going to come up and say, hey, I mean, most of these cadastral, they are domiciled in various local government. Don't you think so?
No. My humble suggestion and contribution to that particular act that's already ongoing now is, let's have the community first. Let's be concerned about the community first.
Okay.
Right? Because the effect and everything, the hazard and everything happened to the community, people living in that community, right? That's where we are coming from as a state. We need to work with the community. We need to work with the local government. Definitely, they're part of the state government. Yes.
But it's a government of its own. I mean, it's a tier of government of its own.
Yes, but I know, but definitely they're going to work together. There will be a synergy between us, between the federal, the state, and the local government, and the community, especially the community, and the landowners. Another problem we are facing in the mining sector is the land tenure system in Nigeria. The land tenure system, some communities will tell you this land is owned by community, all right? When you are getting consent, you get consent from the community. But there are some that tell you this land belongs to my father, all right? And my direct father, so you don't have right over this land. There are some communities that will tell you this land belongs to the kindred. Do you understand? So consent issue is always a major issue in mining sector. So there are some land that will tell you this land belongs to a certain family. All right, not just the kindred, now just a certain one part of the family own this land. There are some that will say, this land belongs to me, I pay for this land, it's my own land. And there's some land that belong to the state government as well. There's some land that belong to the federal government. Yeah, some reserves. Okay. So we need to find a way to make it like a trust. We need to have a trust in the mining sector. I recommend for a trust actually. But when we have a trust like what we are doing in the PIA now, when we have a trust, the community will set up, bring people from every kindred, all right, to represent in that trust. The local government will be part of that trust. The state government will be part of that trust. So when you are giving out consent, if you are coming as a company, what we need to do is, okay, call all the community to be inclusive. Everybody should sign here. Then who are you? Where are you from? Tell us about your company. What do you want to do? You tell us. Let me tell you something that is happening in the mining sector. When they go for consent to communities, they go with some money and bribe them through. They will fill the coordinates on the consent. Now,
what do you mean by the coordinates now?
The coordinate, the areas, the locations where they want to work, and the number of the CU, the number of cadastral units they want to cover. Okay. They leave that place blank. They give the communities to sign, and they sign blindly. By the time you are done, they won't put the mineral they want to do there. They'll just leave it there. By the time you sign, you collect money, they'll go and fill it again, and increase the coordinate and put other minerals that they know they can add there. Because you can't take a consent for gold and you are mining lithium, and you are mining dolomite, and you are mining kaolin, or you are mining chalcopyrite, or you are mining zirconside, or any other minerals. But what you need to do is, if you have a trust, the trust will not be the committee overseeing whatever you want to do. Because there must be a product mining arrangement we need to do here. If you want to mine gold, you are mining gold. If you want to mine lithium, you are mining lithium. If you want to, there are some companies in Nigeria today that are mining heavily lithium. but their license is not for lithium. Their license is for maybe for Vespa. Their license is for dolomite. But today they are mining lithium. There are some companies that took license for quarry, but they are mining gold along their vein.
You know, there was a time I invited you here. I remember you mentioned on this program that there is gold in Edo State.
We have enough.
That you have gold in Edo State?
Yes.
And what is the state government is doing?
We have enough. If you go to my office, I'll show you some samples.
Yeah, what is the state government doing?
We are working on something very important for us. Actually, you know, for us, we work. We don't do more of the talking. That's what the governor mandated us to do. We must work. Governor wants us to deliver. He prepares us for this delivery. So we are not good in making noise and shouting. What we are doing in those, as I speak to you now, we are occupying spaces. We are taking over the sector. We are revamping it totally. Edo State is the first state in Nigeria that have a market report of their minerals. Edo State is the first state in Nigeria, as Explained by Obaseki, that know the value and that know the reserve. And some of these, we have done a lot of mapping, we have done a lot of survey, we have done a lot of core drilling and everything. Edo State is the only state running with that drive. Edo State, as I speak to you now, is working on a special SPV that we are going to use to we are already attracting investors already that will come into the mining sector. We are doing clusterization among the artisan miner. We are doing training for the youth. We are taking over the mining sector. We are revamping it. We are putting the community first.
You know, it's beautiful when we say and when we mention what the state government is doing and perhaps what other state governors are doing too. Yeah. Now, like what you talked about, the mineral markets, which I know Edo State is doing now, but there seems to be a very little knowledge about it. A lot of people are not even aware. I mean, we have the media organization, Independent Radio and Television is here, that Edo State government ought to come to put it to the public that, hey, there's actually a mineral market, that a lot of people, they have these things to sell, but they don't know how and they don't know where to take them to.
Okay, what we are doing by first week of December, we'll be out fully to show to Edo people what we have done in the mine sector, what Governor Obaseki have done in the solid mineral sector. Because we want to do more things. We don't want to come and to make noise. We have so many things we are doing right now. By first week of December, by the grace of God, the governor will come out with a master plan and will tell the whole world what we have done and what we are doing in the mining sector. They say we have done so much in the oil and gas. They say we are doing so much in the power. So we are doing so much in the mining sector as I speak now. Just wait for us by first week of December. We'll be out to show to the world. I went for a summit again, the other commissioners together in Abuja. And they were talking about what they are doing in their sector. And by the time I told them what we are doing in the mining sector, they have to reschedule another meeting for me again. As I speak to you, our policy, our bills, our projects, our involvement, our investors, our investment, we are putting it forward, and they are coming to learn from us. As I speak to you. So I just came back from one of the southern states, and the commissioner just had to tell me to hold on for a minute so that we can work together on how we are going to revamp the sector. By first week of December, we are coming out to tell the Edo people what we are doing in the mining sector.
Okay. All right. So a while ago, you made suggestion for the revamping of the Exploration Act, in Nigeria, that seems to be a major problem. Now, if the federal government is going to go about that now, how would you want to, what would you want to say? Where do you think the federal government should start from? Because you made mention of there's issue with land, ownership. Some lands are owned by communities and all that. And at times, too, that some very dubious miners, they take a license for a particular product, whereas there are other products that they go into. So where do you think the federal government can start from?
Okay, first, we are working with the Federal Ministry of Mine in the state, both the zonal ministry and the cadastral office. We are working together. There's a committee set up before now, which is called Merinco, which is a committee between the state government and all. But the power still goes through to the federal. Now, for us to regulate our illegal mining part of the mining sector, the act has to come, the state has to be involved.
But do you think they are going to get that easily from the state government? Because
they need to,
the issue of mineral resources, they are in the exclusive list.
Let me put it forward to you. making it exclusive is more risky for us.
Yeah, that's what I know. But
it's less attractive, and the dubious people will keep on making money from it.
Commissioner, I know. What we are saying is that don't you think you are going to fight a very heavy big fight?
No. The federal government are already working with the state government. They're already working with the state government.
They are willing to let them go?
They are working to see how we can make it more comfortable for states to be involved now.
Okay.
All right? Because I was talking to the federal money officers here. Every time we always have meetings, and we're talking together. I told them, listen, you went out to control some illegal miners, and they beat you up. But I go there myself, and I beat them up. So who is in charge?
You're in charge.
I'm in charge. Now, you went for one of the sites in Ibishe to arrest some illegal, even with your security that we went there with, they mess you up. But I went there overnight. By 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm already there waiting for them to come.
You are on the ground.
Because I'm on ground, I know my people.
Yeah.
So if I want to control illegal mining, the state have to be involved. Do you understand? See, the mining sector is too large. It's too big. It's too large. It's too complicated for federal government to sit there in Abuja and say, oh, we are controlling. No, you can't. You can only speak English language to say illegal mining, you want to set up. You can't do anything actually because we know these people. We are working with the local government. We are working with the community to identify these people. Now, what we call out for we're doing profiling in Edo State to see all the mining companies that are here. A lot of mining companies didn't turn up. Before this revocation, we already went to Abuja. Governor sent us to Abuja to check what are these companies that are working here. We know, we have our database of who is working here. If you register a mining license in Edo today, in less than 14 days, max 14 days, I will tell you the company, I will tell you their address. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So we are updated, we are following them up. So but what we are trying to do is to make sure that the federal government, as they are doing that very well, the minister is trying so hard, is to make sure we bring everybody together because this is our land. We have control over this land.
Yeah.
We know our people. We know how to we know what happened in Edo recently. That was about 2 years ago when the illegal mining of gold was everywhere and the state government have to put a ban to it. It was becoming so tense that even the community were not safe.
Did the state government have the right to do that?
Yes, we have. For the security of our people. They were sleeping with our wives.
Security issue.
Yes, because security, yes.
Yeah.
They were sleeping with our wives. They were impregnating our daughters. You see them with gun. You see them with heel losses going to the bush every day. They were coming from all the parts of Nigeria working here. We don't even know them.
In Edo State?
Yes.
In Edo North?
Yes, we have to chase them away. So now, I'm so happy for our governor. Ability for a governor to oversee. Well, let me tell you something that you don't know. Before now, the mining sector in Edo State, no governor, I repeat, no governor have done half of what Obaseki have done.
You may be correct now.
No governor.
Yeah.
Why? Not because they don't want to do it, but they don't know how. They were not paying attention to that. It was just no. But the governor, who is full of wisdom, understand the capacity, understand the future, understand the. If I tell you what we are doing in lithium, you will be so shocked. What we're going to do now.
Let's take it down because what seems to be happening now. A while ago, you talked about the Chinese coming to. The Chinese, they're in Edo State here. I mean,
they're in Edo State.
They have the ties making companies. They belong to the Chinese, people. Now, what do you think is happening with these mineral resources now? How come that it appears that Nigerians, they don't take advantage of them, other than leaving it in the hands of foreigners? What is going on?
First, I've been in this sector for a long time. So I can tell you for free that the Chinese are not investors. Over 80% of them are investors. They are traders. They play with our intelligence. They just come and they are so dubious in their business.
But you can say so that
because you can't come to a community and mine everything out there without dropping anything for that community. You can't come to a community and mine. They come with a lot of machines.
They don't develop this community?
No. They don't develop community. They're not interested in our people. Do you know what they're doing now? They bring in their own people to mine. Employment is zero. They only know how to use us.
But the state government...
You know what they are doing in the lithium sector?
So what is the state government doing in this?
What they are doing is that they can wake up in the morning and tell you, our price of lithium is 50,000. Tomorrow they will tell you it's 20,000. No control. And how are they doing analysis? You can't do that in China. You can't try it. That you are taking analysis of a truck of lithium on top of a truck. It's not possible.
No, but the point is, the point we're trying to make here is that I think we have a big issue in our hands to handle. Now, these resources
we have control. Yeah. All the states in Nigeria that want to really involve in mining, they have capacity to do that. But because it's an exclusive list, we have some limitations.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That's why the federal government is working now to see how they can, reduce that tie, that particular hold up for us.
Yeah, so that state government will have hands.
So state government can come in, because what they are doing to us, we can generate a lot of billions of dollars from solid minerals. Actually, we can. Do you know how much is tantalite, tin ore, 1 gram? Do you know how much is a gram of gold? A gram of gold that's at last time our market was about 52,000. Just a gram, and 1,000 gram make 1 kg. That means 52,000 times 1,000.
That's why there is need for the state government to publicize your mineral markets, so that people begin to know these things.
We are going to do
that.
People don't know. We are going to do that.
They don't know.
We are going to do that. So there's so much in solid minerals. We are telling Edo people, our people first. What we are saying now, all the investors are coming, we are telling them you must work with the indigenous miners that we have here. We are working with the Miner Association, the chapter in Edo State. We are working with a lot of mining companies, a lot of them that you can mention. We are working with them to see how they can work together. We want our people empowered. We want our people to come into the sector. One of the things that Edo people don't know how to do is to go and ask questions. Ask questions. You want to do investment in this sector, come to the ministry, come to the government. We have a lot of information. You can't even imagine the information we have. You want to do investment, we have money to, why are you putting money in hotels? Every time you're putting money in clubs. You're putting money in beer parlor. Well, there's other minerals you can put money in. You can invest in. Yeah. So hotels and beer parlor is not the only investment in those states. All right? We have a lot.
All right. So let's talk about, because I really, when you told me, when you honored, the invitation I extended to you, I was really prepared for you. Now, Honorable, I don't know if you've taken notice of what is going on in some of these borrow pits around in Edo State. It's part of the solid mineral we're talking about now.
Part of us.
Now, there is a major threat that those borrow pits are already posing, to the ecological life of us here in Edo State now. So how is the state government coming into it now to ensure that in distant time this is not going to be a big problem for us?
For us, the state government is working so hard to work with the borrow pit owners. And the last two weeks ago, we were done with the profiling of these borrow pits. Because we want to know where they are, we want to know how far they have gone, the depth they have gone, the license they have, and all that.
You mean you don't have a kind of a data to show where they
are? We have it now. Okay. We have it now. Okay. We have it now. But there are some borrow pits that are far away from the town. So it's taking us a little bit of time to able to identify those areas. And our work have to be holistic. We have to carry everybody along. So we are done with Edo South. We are now in Edo Central. We are by first week of December, I think we will be done with Edo Central. Then we'll move to Edo North. By the time we are done, then we'll now put forward the precaution. But one thing we are telling them is that a lot of borrow pits have to be closed down. A lot of borrow pits have to be closed. From the report I have, we are shutting down a lot of borrow pits because for us it's not good for the community, and we're also revisiting the agreement they have with the communities.
Now, if you shut down this borrow pit, what about the effect they've already had in this community?
Yeah, they're going to pay for it.
At times, who's going to pay?
We are going to put measures for them.
Okay,
yes, to borrow pit owners. Yes.
Maybe to refill them.
Yes, refill and plant trees.
The gully and all that.
We are going to do a lot of things.
So,
it's already on our table. We're working on it.
All right, so as we draw the conclusion now, because Abuja is ready for their segment, so what is your message to Edo people this morning?
I'm telling Edo people to wake up to this investment in mining sector, join force with the state government to open up this sector more for our people. We are telling Edo investors, indigenous investors that want to learn about mining should come to the government. The government have enough information to give to them. We're also talking to federal government to make sure the state government are involved in mining. The only solution to end this illegal mining and bring more investment to mining sector is when the state are fully involved. Okay. So that is my message to the federal government, to work hand with the state government, because this is something that the state government can actually have control over. So although people should wake up and put forward that Edo State have a lot of minerals. We have columbite, we have tin ore, we have kaolin, we have Vespa, we have gypsum,
so we
for
have
POP,
gold.
we have gold, we have lithium, we have dolomite, we have kaolin, we have a lot of minerals. We have a lot of minerals. So, but when they come, we can educate them more on how they can go about it. We should not leave it for foreigners. We should not leave it for people outside Edo State. Because over 70% of people working before now in Edo State are not from Edo State actually. So, but we have a lot of people in Edo State that want to go into it, but they don't know how to go about it. So that's why the state government is working too hard for Edo people to make sure they benefit. And the community as well to visit their CDAs. All
right, so I want to say a very big thank you to Prince Ojefolo Inahoro. That's the Honorable Commissioner for Energy and Mining in Edo State, who has told us that most of these mineral resources that we go outside the state for, outside the country for, they are all domiciled. They are all located in Edo State here. Now, he has also said that for us to actually put an end to these illegal mining issues, the states, have to be involved, because the situation whereby it continues to be an exclusive issue to the federal government alone, whereas the federal government don't even know where these resources are located. And of course, they don't
have the capacity to even control it.
So it's going to be a continuous problem. So we look forward to the states, getting involved now, as the Exploration Act is going to be looked into by the National Assembly. I want to say a very big thank you to you for finding time to come on this show. All right, so Dominic, over to you in Abuja now. Dominic.